Later, Percy asserts his ignorance regarding the requirement to weight the sponge,
I didn't know the sponge is supposed to be wet.
resulting in Brutus responding with a forceful punch. Paul intervenes, restraining Brutus and asserting that there is no point in fighting over someone as insignificant as Percy. At that very moment, Hal comes down, demanding an explanation for the mishap.
What in the hell happened?
Paul attributes the failure to Percy's lack of experience in executing the task,
Percy fucked up, Hal.
but mentions that Percy was on the verge of accepting a new position at the mental hospital anyway.
He's putting in a transfer request to Briar Ridge tomorrow.
This strategic move compels Percy to honor their agreement.
Isn't that right, Percy?
Yeah.
Returning to the mile, Paul discovers Warden has torn up his mattress and is jubilantly singing,
It was a French fried Cajun named Deligua.
but quits right away when threatened with isolation for the rest of his sentence.
You're about 10 seconds away from spending the rest of your life in the padded room.
Paul engages in a conversation with the grief-stricken John,
Oh, damn.
who reveals that Mr. Jingles, who was in John's position during the incident, must have also experienced Dell's suffering and has fled, unlikely to return.
Awful time now, boss. Dog time.
The following day, Paul and his wife pay a visit to Hal and Melinda. Melinda appears to be doing relatively well. However, Hal discloses that she is deteriorating rapidly. Her memory is fading and she is undergoing significant behavioral alterations, such as uncontrollable cursing.
She swears?
Once they return from Hal's house, Paul invites the rest of the guards, except Percy, to join for dinner. During the conversation, Paul brings up John Coffey's remarkable healing abilities,
Y'all saw what he did to Matt.
recounting how John has healed himself and Mr. Jingles.
He did the same thing to me. He took my bladder infection away.
True, he was all better.
Expressing his distress over Melinda's situation, Paul resolves to secretly escort John Coffey out of the facility in an attempt to heal her. The rest of the group is highly doubtful,
And let's not forget, John Coffey is a murderer.
highlighting John's status as a convicted murderer. It would be disastrous if they were discovered or if he managed to escape. Paul expresses his conviction that John Coffey is innocent,
I don't think he did it at all.
stating, "I do not see God putting a gift like that in the hands of a man who would kill a child." The remaining guards consent to assist, deeming it a risk worth taking, while most of the men have adult children. Dean, on the other hand, will remain stationed on the mile due to having young children.
You stay back on the mile.
Why do I have to stay behind?
You're the only one here with 2 children, another one on the way.
This decision grants him plausible deniability in the event of any complications.
That way you can deny everything.